Hello, everyone. This is your man, Larry, the American Brazilian, absent the Brazilian again. And I wanted to let you guys know who I really am. And before I tell you that, I am letting you guys know that this stemmed from a conversation that I had with my wife today. She said, people listen to your videos, but I think that they should know who you really are, good, bad, and ugly. So here it is. I am a man who has been divorced 3 times. Yes, dos, tres. 3 times. Married twice to my mom's mom, my son's mom, and then after that dissolved, I met someone else, and through references from a few relatives, seemed to be a pretty solid individual. But, over time things happen, and it was a short period of time where the representative left the building and Mr. Hyde showed up, or Miss Hyde. And so I knew that had I not gotten out of that situation, I probably wouldn't be here where I am in the situation that I'm in, having this conversation. And so I decided after that to take some time off, even with the thought of being married, and to just maybe travel and date. And so eventually I met the woman who is my wife now. So this is my 4th marriage. And that was a result of traveling and taking a risk, because someone told me, hey man, you are a risk taker. I got a good friend of mine and he always tells me that. And he's not being pejorative or anything. It's just, that's how he sees me. He says it's inspiring. Now, that brought me to a conversation that I had with my mom back in 2018 while she was on her deathbed. And the conversation went something like this. She told me about I guess situation would be a strong word, but she told me about a time when I was 7 years old, and she had informed me that if I go over to my friend's house, and if I'm going to get a spanking, and that I was not permitted to do so, and if I did that thing, I would be in trouble. And so she went into her room, and I went into my room, and she told me that a few seconds later, she looked at the opening of her room door, and I was standing there with the belt. And she asked me, what is that for? And she said that I politely told her, Mom, you may as well go ahead and beat me because I'm going to do it anyway. And instantly, the memory of that day became vividly clear to me. And I remembered, yeah, if I believed in something enough, I just do it. In fact, prior to her passing, she went on to tell my brother, watch your brother because he just does stuff. And that's kind of who I am, albeit a calculated risk taker nonetheless. It even took a risk to decide to date and marry somebody different, not knowing the language barrier, if the communication would be greatly breached or what. But I knew I needed to do something different. Now, speaking of risks in that situation, I remember being in the process of going to Brazil and being a part of a group, which I still am today. The name of that group is the Black Man's Option, started by the late, great Charles Tyler. And he said something on one of the videos. He said, if you're not satisfied with what you have right now, and the only thing that's preventing you is miles and water, you have no issues. Take the risk and make it happen. And I was like, you know what? That makes all the sense in the world. I think I'll do that. Well, in the process of going, it was encouraged by the group that everybody who was going to descend on Brazil, and I think it was around November, we were going to have a beach party. And it was suggested that everybody make a short video at the halfway point bringing everybody up to speed to where they are and what they expected, who they were, usual intro pleasantries, things of that nature. And in the process of speaking, or in the process of making a video, someone said, I had a lot of people saying, oh man, that's good, man. I'll be there tomorrow. And, my halfway point is Atlanta. My halfway point is Texas, whatever. And one guy said in the comments, he said, yeah, that's good, man, but your teeth are jacked up. Now, at the time, my teeth were like in a very bad way. And after seeing that comment, I was a little bit, that hurt my feelings, just to be quite honest with you. It really hurt my feelings. And I knew that I had two choices. A, I could get mad and resort to an hominem attacks to a complete stranger, somebody who I don't know and would probably never see. Or B, I could digest a truth that was hard and said harshly and try to do something about it. And I thought about something before I made my decisions to do A or B. I remember going to a workshop, I guess you could say it like that. We'll just call it a workshop, where the presenter was talking about truths versus the people who spoke truths. And he passed out some worksheets. And on the worksheet, there was a lot of quotes. There were like quotes on one side and people on the other side. You had to match the quotes with the people. Well, one of the quotes went something like this: man achieves greatness through struggle. And so you had to match and see if Michael Jordan said it, Steve Jobs said it, if Bill Gates said it, or if Oprah said it. So I'll ask you, who do you think said that? Who does that sound like? Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Oprah. That man achieves greatness through struggle. If you say Oprah, she's had her share of struggles, but nope, she didn't say it. If you say Bill Gates, yeah, he kind of did, but no, he didn't say it. If you say Steve Jobs, I'm sure coming up with all of this new technology and being an innovator was definitely a struggle, but no, he didn't say it. And if you say Michael Jordan, being what he is and accomplishing what he's accomplished, or shall I say being what he was on the court, you are probably incorrect. He didn't say that. So if you agree with that quote that man achieves greatness through struggle, after watching this video, you can know that you strongly agree with Adolf Hitler because he actually said it. Now, I don't condone anything what he said. I think he was a despicable human being who committed horrible atrocities. So I am in no way shedding any light of goodness on that guy. He is where he needs to be if he's in the hot place. But let me ask you a question. Does the truth of the statement change because we don't like the person that said it? Or is the statement still true? So let me backtrack to the guy making the statement about my teeth, the comment about my teeth, how jacked up they were. I didn't resort to ad hominem attacks. I took what he said, as harshly as it was said, and as true as it was said, and I made the change. And so you can see my teeth are not like this anymore. They were horrible. And I still have some things that I want to do. But my point is this: truth was truth, regardless to how it was given, and despite who said it. And we have to look at our own lives. There are people who have spoken truths to me concerning relationships, and I just didn't listen because of pride, ego. And I will tell you this: there are many instances in my life where pain has taught me what pride wouldn't allow me to learn. But now that I can hear better and that I understand that even if something is said to me that is not necessarily pleasing when it is spoken or done in a pretty flowery way, if there's truth associated with the statement, and it's applicable, then I should apply it and make some changes for the better in my life. I'm at the point in my life right now where I'm trying to maintain and build what I've obtained. God has blessed me. By all intents and purposes, where I come from, I should be a 8, 9, 10 times convicted felon with 100 children by 20 different women. But that's not my testimony. And listen, I'm not judging anybody who's made choices as I did and had lessons where pain had to teach them what pride wouldn't allow them to learn. Again, I'm just being honest, letting you guys know who I am. But at some point, you have to realize that you're not smarter than everybody, and some people actually know more than they know more than you do, even concerning certain things in your life. So that's kind of where I am now, and it's been working out well for me. It's been said if you string enough, wherever you are in life right now is a result of you stringing enough decisions, either good or bad. You string together enough good decisions, you are where you are. You string together enough bad decisions, you are where you are in life. And that's under normal circumstances. Things do happen, so I'm not judging anybody. But yeah, God has blessed me with, I have my own things in life. I used to be an employee and now I'm an entrepreneur. And one is not better than the other. You know, the dichotomy that exists between entrepreneurship and being an employee is uncertainty. That's the dichotomy that exists, uncertainty. How well can you operate in the guidelines of uncertainty? In that parameter, how well do you operate? As an employee, I was, I guess, okay with 401k and health, dental vision, getting paid once or twice a week or every other month or every other week, and have paid vacation. Some people operate better as an employee because they need the security aspect that comes with knowing somebody else is handling those things. So even if you came up with an invention or an idea or a concept to streamline certain things for your company, you're okay with not getting the lion's share of the proceeds from that idea, that concept, or that invention, because it can be taken as work product and you're okay with that. Whereas an entrepreneur, they don't have to have, I exist okay in the parameter of uncertainty. I don't need I don't need you to take care of my 401k. I don't need you to have the vision, the dental, the medical. I can get all of that myself. I don't need you to structure the vacation days out for me. I can do that myself. Again, one is not better than the other. One just exists. They excel where they are hardwired to be comfortable at. And this is where I feel comfortable at. At one point in time I didn't, but this is where I feel comfortable at. But yeah, this is who I am. I am a risk taker. I am a guy who, if I see something, I try to go for it. And I feel like I always win by attrition because I just never give up. So I'm not going to keep you guys long. I'm just kind of rambling a little bit, trying to take advantage and take heed to the advice from the conversation with my wife and I had. This is who I am. Now you have to ask yourself a question. Who are you? And if you hear something true that I said based on what I told you about me, does that change it? Only you can answer that question. Anyway, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. This is your man Larry, the American Brazilian, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. É verdade.